Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you might have seen in my last video, I collaborated with my beautiful cousin Helen from Black Swan Beauty, where she challenged me to create a makeup look that will complement a nail set that she created. That was so much fun and something both of our clients really ask of us in real life. So in today's video, I'll be creating this makeup look and I'm going to be asking Helen to create a set of matching nails to complement this look. So let's get right into it. So first things first, we're going to go in with my favourite P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02. I forgot to show you this at the start of the video, but basically we're covering the entire lid space in preparation for eyeshadow. Going in with the Love Tahiti palette from Be Perfect Cosmetics and the shade Cocoa, just building that up into the outer corner before quickly realizing that it was a little bit too light for my liking. So I started to add in the shade Black Beach, which is the black shade of the palette, just to deepen it up as much as possible. Because we're doing a cut crease today, I really wanted those transition shades in the crease to be a little bit more deeper, just because it creates a little bit better balance when you do that cut crease over the top. Now going in with the shade Ginger, I'm just blending and hazing out the edges of those first two shades just to blend it into a beautiful warm brown shade. Next, I'm going in with the shade Yellow. This is a beautiful bright yellow shade, and I'm using this as my final transition shade. So we're going from those deep browns to the warm lighter browns, finally to the yellow shade, and just winging that out as much as I can. Then going back in with all three shades and just reapplying them just so that they look as pigmented and as blended as possible. Now going in with the P. Louise and Mama Mitchell blank canvas pigment, I'm applying this as my cut crease. This is a beautiful thick and kind of dry pigment, and I'm basically popping it all over my eyelid space, and that is going to act as our cut crease where we put the shadows on top of it. Cut creases honestly take me the longest time, especially because my eyes are so deep set. Anyway, going back in with all of those transition shades from the top and applying them into the outer corner before next going in with our next shade, which is called Forest from the Be Perfect palette, and applying that into the outer corner there and then slowly blending it in with the deep brown shade there. Then I'm using a really small flat shader brush to make sure that I'm going right up to the tip of the cut crease so we're not missing any gaps. And then the next shade there is called Tropics. And this is the second last shade that I'm applying into the cut crease. And again, using a tiny brush to make sure I get right to the end. Now going in with Tahiti Green, this beautiful lime green shimmer. And this is my inner corner color for the cut crease. So going right into the inner corner with a tiny brush and then wiping away any of the fallout before going in with some more of the P. Louise base underneath the eye, just to make sure that all of the shades sort of catch on. And now I'm popping the dark brown into the outer corner, then going in with the deep, this beautiful blue shade, and then going in with Tahiti Green once again. I wanted that pop of blue shade just to make sure that there's a pop of a different color there. It gave me sort of peacock vibes. Next, I used Black Beach as a smoky liner just to blend in my lashes. I used the style Amanda by Glamorous by Amanda once again. I love these lashes and the fact that they're so reusable. So just plonk those on top with a bit of lash glue. And then next up we went on to skin. I'm using the Airbrush Flawless Foundation and the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury, and just tapping that all into place with my beauty sponge. I'm getting to like this foundation more and more. Initially I wasn't quite sure about it, but I'm just trying to work with it and see how I can make it work for me. I just feel like it's difficult to blend into your skin. It tends to sit on top of your skin rather than sort of blending into the skin. But watch this space, I'm determined to make it work. I did definitely like it this time around though, compared to the first time that I used it in another video. Just as a little pro tip, next I use a concealer brush to go on top of my brows to put the foundation. Just makes a cleaner job of it instead of using the sponge, which is a lot bigger and easier to knock your brows with. Now going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer, popping that into the inner corners of my eyes. I think we all know by now how much I love this concealer. Now tapping and blending that away in place just to make sure it's nice and blended. And then next going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder and tapping that in place with a small blending brush underneath the eyes just to make sure it's all nice and set so that it doesn't crease. Then I move on to a larger fluffy powder brush and I'm just setting the rest of my face. This powder is amazing for setting your face. It really helps to set the foundation really quickly. In order to sort of make sure that my cut crease stands out even more, I'm going in with a tiny brush and using the really deepest brown shades just to run it along the edge of that cut crease, just to define it even more, and then blending that in place. That's a little trick that I learned from somewhere, I don't know where, but I feel like it's a very effective step. Now going in with Hourglass's Ambient Bronzing Palette Volume 2. This palette I love so much because it's so easy to build it up and blend and gives a beautiful glow to the skin, sort of making you look lovely and bronzed. I basically like to run it along my cheekbones, as you can see, around the perimeters of my temples there, along the sides of my nose just to create a little bit of shadow, and then underneath my chin as well, just to define the jawline there as well. Now using my ultimate favorite blush palette from NARS, it's called Orgasm on the Beach. I'm using all 3 blush shades along the top there and just running that along my cheekbones right on top of where we applied the bronzer. It creates the most beautiful glow. Now going in with the Cristina Secali Beauty Lucha del Sol Illuminating Powder in the shade Lumiera. I hope I pronounced all those words correctly. This is a new highlighter in my kit and it creates a beautiful wet glow on the skin without looking too shimmery. Next going in with Voluminous Lashes from L'Oreal. Loving this mascara. It's my new favorite lately and I haven't stopped using it. Now I'm popping it onto my top and bottom lashes now that the lashes are dry, just to define the eyes a little bit more. Next, I'm going in with my favorite lip pencil of all time, which is called Honeymoon, and it's from Morphe Cosmetics. I absolutely love this pencil so much, and all the lip pencils for that matter from Morphe. They're just so easy to apply and only $5 a pencil, which is amazing. I'm now going in with Cristina Secali's Cosmetics again, the Lucha del Sol lip gloss. It's in the shade Peach Perla, a new favorite lip gloss of mine. It is beautiful, guys. It's so highly reflective and beautiful and not too sticky or not too slippery on the lips as well. So this is the final look completed. What do you think? Next, I highly recommend you watch the video of Helen creating the beautiful nails that match this eye look. I will leave a link to it in the cards on screen and in the description box below. She did an amazing job interpreting the colors and overall look that I created for her, so be sure not to miss out and subscribe to her channel too. I love all her nail creations. She's amazing at what she does. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and a comment in the comment section below. And if you were to subscribe to my channel, I would be ever so grateful. I'll see you for the next one. Bye!